So, what's your honest opinion of 4Kids as a dubbing studio?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really have I don't know. I mean, they just do their job, you know. I mean, they make questionable decisions, and at the end of the day, I don't agree with censorship at all. I think censoring any kind of art is a no-no. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you translate something from its original language, you are always going to lose something in the process. It's everything. I mean, you can't help but change something as soon as you. I mean, even human perception on its own, it changes details that, you know, someone else might discover if they were to look at it from a different perspective. But any kind of translation, it can't be perfect. So, as far as I'm concerned, 4Kids don't do a great job. But I mean, I think any kind of translation, I mean, even the one that we're doing isn't perfect. I mean, there are aspects of it, you know, that you could criticize or whatever. I mean, no offense, intended, but
none taken. We know there's stuff that needs to be improved.
You're never going to, I mean, it's not even just like from a technical standpoint, but just you're always going to take things. Yeah, you're always going to take things with you that somebody else might not have thought to use, or somebody else might not have interpreted it a certain way. And even if you do it from a literal standpoint, like just analyzing every single syllable of every word, it's not going to work quite as well as it did in the original, because it's just not the original. And well, I think 4Kids.
There's also the second part of episode 2, and there's one point in which the announcer for the duel between Weevil and Rex completely misses the mouthing miserably. His mouth is open for a single entire length of like 4 seconds, and he continues to talk. You know, so even the original has its own like mouthing dubbing problems.
Well, that's based on the way they animate things.
It's always inevitable because the animators just sort of... It's always animated before the voice work is put in.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, in Japan, it's more like...
He was talking about the content.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you see, that's the sort of thing that 4Kids actually does a good job of. I mean,
oh, yeah.
Say what you will about 4Kids, but I think from a technical standpoint, they do an extremely good job. But I mean, as far as like...
into cookies.
But yeah, I know what you mean. In terms of like characterization and the actual meaning behind certain dialogue, like on the forums we're talking about Atem and Yugi call each other partner. In America, that will inevitably be, you know, interpreted as, holy crap, are they gay? That it's hard to avoid.
And at the end of the day, if you look at the job that I'm doing, like with the abridged series, you could technically say that as a translation of the original material, I'm doing a much worse job than 4Kids is, because obviously I'm just doing it as one guy, and I'm destroying a lot of what actually makes Yu-Gi-Oh good. But at the same time, I mean, I'm doing my best to pay tribute to the show where I can, and you just can't say, you know, well, he's doing a bad job, therefore he is not doing Yu-Gi-Oh right, therefore he is bad. And I think at the end of the day, I wouldn't know what Yu-Gi-Oh was if it weren't for 4Kids, so I can't honestly slander their name. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they do their job, and they do it as well as they can. I mean, they could do it a different way, yes, but it wouldn't appeal to as many people, and I probably wouldn't know about Yu-Gi-Oh in the first place. So unless I went out of my way to find out about it, which is highly unlikely. So I can't really say that much bad about them. I think they are kind of necessary, and I think they've made up for a lot of the bad stuff they've done recently by obviously making the original Japanese episodes available on YouTube for anybody to watch and stuff like that.
At the very least, yes, they're trying. They're trying to find out what their fan base wants, and they're trying to accommodate it. They're still not fully grasping it, but, you know, they're making an effort. Kind of like Funimation tried and was utterly foiled by some evil otaku in bringing, you know, subbed episodes of One Piece and Full Metal Alchemist to their fans for free on their website, and somebody stole the episode and uploaded it onto the internet before it aired in Japan and ruined it for everybody.
Right. But it's one of those things. It's like I haven't watched that much anime, so I can't really compare the job that they've done to other dubs. And I mean, honestly, what I do is, if I have the option to watch the original language version, I will watch the original language version. So, in a lot of anime and films in general, I don't know what the English dub is like. So I mean, 4Kids, the only experience I've had with them is either like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh. So, and I think they actually did. I mean, I don't know what the original original language version of Pokemon is like, but I was extremely entertained by Pokemon. I thought it was
Pokemon,
a lot of fun, so I can't
Pokemon,
really fault.
You can't go wrong because, well, it is a kid's show. There's not a lot of plot to ruin. In terms of like complaints for like ruining the story, I don't find that bad. I've seen some episodes of the newest version as dubbed by the actual like Pokemon company or whatever, however they do it. And I miss James's voice as
Horrible
done by Eric
voices.
Stewart, you know? It was just something I grew up with.
It's interesting
like
because
ingrained in my mind, you know?
the voice of James is actually the guy who did the voice of Weevil in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. I mean,
Really?
the one that they have now rather than the one they had before. Yeah, because before it was Eric Stewart, but now it's like...
Wow, weird.
Who?
Oh wait, no, that was Grandpa's. Never mind.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, you mean the
Manny
actor?
Blaustein.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I suck with names, so I'm never able to remember any of these actors by their names unless, you know, I've seen them around enough. Like Eric Stewart or Dan Green or Vic Mignogna. That's about the extent of my knowledge.
Is that how you pronounce his last name? Like, because I've been calling him Mick.
Vic McNuggan.
I prefer to call him Vic Mignogna Llama.
Vic Blishtar.
So I guess that's about the end of our interview then. Any final statements for the fans? Anyone watching?
No, not really. Just thank you very much for the continued support, and hopefully I will have the new episode up as soon as I get it done, because I honestly have no idea what I'm doing with that one.
Which one are you on now?
Yes.
That's the first duel. All right. We'll be looking forward to it. Somewhere in the distant future, we'll be dubbing those episodes.
Okay.
All right.
That was cool, you guys. Oh, can I do one more thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Gee, it sure is boring around here. My boy, this piece is what all true warriors strive for. I just wonder what Ganon's up to. Your Majesty, Ganon and his minions have seized the island of Korodai. How can we help? It is written, only Link can defeat Ganon. Great, I'll grab my stuff. There is no time, your sword is enough. How about a kiss, for luck? You've got to be kidding. Squadala, we are off. Wow, what are all those heads? Those are the faces of evil. You must conquer each. I guess I better get going. Here is the map. Where do you wish to go?